Good morning. Yes, it's still morning. 11:43 a.m. on the 30th of August 2024, part 2. It's funny, I was just saying in part 1 before we got interrupted, that, I don't have family who love me and I'm all alone and I don't have a loving partner and, and then I got this intuition. I was just saying it towards the end of part 1, I'm feeling this beautiful love energy and I think something wonderful's going to happen tonight. I'm feeling all this love. And then I got a phone call from my friends Robin and Peter. So I was actually actively picking up on their love energy, their sweetness towards me. They're my friends that lived down the road, and I used to visit Peter's elderly mother. She passed away on the 2nd of April. So, and they were saying, we were going to come and visit you this evening, but we're both, got the tail end of some terrible lurgy and we're still not feeling well. And so they'll catch up with me next Friday. So I'm happy about that, Disappointed I don't see them today, but happy that, A, they're not spreading their lurgy because I don't need to get sick again. But B, that, we'll catch up next week and I'm looking forward to that. And Peter's like somewhat of a gastronome. He likes to cook all sorts of different international dishes. So he told me he's going to cook me a Brazilian barbecue and also a hibachi Korean style barbecue at the same time on the same day. And even Robin was laughing. She's going, that's a bit weird, Peter. And I went, oh no, I'm open to a gastronomic international feast. I don't mind whatever you feed me, as long as it's not seafood or shellfish or, ham or pork, because they're very limited with me and my weird dietary ways. I'm happy. So it was quite delightful. And yes, and very, very sweet and delightful. And so there you go. My intuition was on point, though. I was feeling the love energy flowing to me, and it was not just one love energy coming from Robin, but from her partner too. So delightful. And I am loved, and I am grateful for the love I receive. And, for someone who keeps, feeling a bit distraught from time to time about being all alone, not having a partner. I have, as I said, the most gorgeous friends surrounding me. And, they are kind of like family to me now after all these years, supporting each other through the COVID paradigm. And other friends have been in my life for, 30, 40, even 50 years. So I'm a long hauler, baby. I stick with people who show me genuine love and kindness and affection and loyalty and support. It's the way I am. Coming from my background of so much ignominy and disloyalty and slander and scapegoating and viciousness, when I find loving humans who adore me no matter what, even for my sometimes astonishingly quirky and eccentric and kind of unusual ways, when I find those souls that love me and light up for me no matter what and tolerate me, you, my darlings, are my greatest treasures and blessings in life, and I value you more than gold and diamonds or plutonium or platinum or titanium or uranium, or did I mention gold and diamonds? Your price is far beyond rubies, because I lived the bitterness and the desecration and desolation of my soul for 30, 40 years. So I really do astonishingly cherish having good, kind, courageous, noble, loving people in my life who love me in sweet and kind and soul nourishing ways. And it doesn't matter what walk you're on, if you love me and demonstrate your loyalty to me, I can't help but continuously love you back, no matter what the circumstances. My sweet friend Peter said, can I be your boy and be your son? Because they asked me how I'm going with my dance. And I said, oh, they're just so lovely to me. I said, they're like, the 40-year-olds are like my sons, and I protect them and tell them that they need to be nurtured and protected with their health issues, and I'm very loving. I said, I'm Mama T. And I said to Peter, I said, I love how it was his birthday yesterday. I said, I love how when I wished you happy birthday, you wrote back, thanks, Mama T. And then he said, because he likes to stir me up, my friend Peter, we have this unusual relationship. He says, will you be my mummy? And having just lost his mother, it's a bit fucking poignant. I said, I can't be your mummy, Peter. You're older than me. He said, in sci-fi, you could be my mummy. I said, look, I was probably your mummy in another lifetime, and that's why I had such a profound connection with your mother and would sit with her and talk to her for hours and worry over her boychik, her son, her baby. He was laughing, He said, my mother absolutely loved you. I said, of course she is. You have to have a whole level of crazy to absolutely love me, because crazy is as crazy does, am I right? We were laughing about that because he knows I'm not at all crazy. I'm unusual and I'm eccentric, but I'm not actually crazy. But anyway, it was just so gorgeous. And then he was like, what do you mean? I can't be your boy. And winding me up, I said, you'll always and forever be my boy, Peter. But I said, you're also Robin's boy since you're her man. And I said to him, I got all my boys around me loving on me, but they're all fucking unavailable, aren't they? And he was laughing too. He says, oh, one day, Mama T, you'll find a man who's available that wants to be your boy too. I was like, well, in that case, I don't want a boy. I need a real man can handle a real woman. And even Peter was laughing. And we just kind of wind each other up and stir each other up. And it's just gorgeous and kind of cute and hilarious, It's very, very sweet. But I said to them, you just rang me just as I was telling my YouTube audience that I'm picking up on this powerful love energy, and I don't know who it's coming from, but it's going to happen. And then it happened like literally 3 seconds later. I said, it was you guys. I said, because I know you love me. And they were like, ooh, because they know I love them too. True friends, people. You can't buy that. You can't manipulate that. You can't coerce it. You can't. It's a gift from the gods, true friendships and true loves. As I said in my video earlier, universal love, agape love, platonic love. One day I'll have, passionate romantic love as well, as I said, with the right person at the right time, with harm to none and competition with none. So it is done. And but meanwhile, I rejoice in the sweetness that surrounds me. Oh, and then within seconds of Robin calling me, I got messages from my caseworker, my IWA, Islamic Women's Association of Australia caseworker, asking me how I'm getting on. She checks on me about once a week, make sure, I'm travelling well and holding myself together and keeping myself, alive. And it's very sweet and nourishing too. And that little young woman comes from Syria, refugee from Syria. And she's also a beautiful soul and sweet and loving and kind to me. So you see, my people who see me and love me accordingly, even in my strange, eccentric Jewish witch ways and my shamanic ways, come from all walks of life and all faiths. I don't judge. And kind of in that way, I'm a bit more Christian than certain Christians, am I right? But anyway, you kind of have to laugh. But what was I reading to you earlier? In service to the Lord. In service to the Lord. Or in the Islamic faith, Allah, or in my Jewish faith, Yahweh, or in the Christian faith, God or the Lord, and Adonai, Shekhinah, Makom, Aye, Asher, aye. I mean, thousands of names for the ineffable and the unnameable one, and here I am, dancing as fast as I can in my small corner of overheated climate change Brisbane hellscape, dancing as fast as I can, trying to maintain my integrity and my body autonomy and my little scrap of tiny divine spark that, as I was saying in video 1, I can emblazon like the fire that could not be consumed, but not quite literally, because I'm not God. I don't want to give the impression that I'm God, but you know what I mean. Emblazon my little holy spark. Meanwhile, I've been a bit dark-sided because, you know, when you fall in love, it can be a bit like that, you know. It's like the heart wants what the heart wants. So I've been trying to keep very, you know, ride that very fine line. But as my friend Peter I just spoke to on the phone said, you know, there's nothing wrong with having people that love you and are your boy or your man, and sweet ways that don't involve, you know, breaking up entire frickin' families and marriages, just say. So we won't be doing that. Mama T will behave. I have no intention of that anyway. It's not my intention from the outset. It was never my intention. It's, you know. And men reach a certain age, I'm well aware of it, where they just want to run wild, you know. They just get bored and they want to run wild. And they see me doing my wild tribal shamanic dance, and it's exciting to them because they're thinking, well, she's wild. Little do they know I'm actually quite fucking boring and straight-laced and a bit fucking prudish for a woman who goes out with her tattoos and her Jack Daniels and her top hat and her underbust and her overbust corsets, and I'm actually very kind of mainstream. They all assume that I'm a dominatrix and then I'm going to whip them into line, which I'm quite capable of doing. But from my Mama T persona of being a spiritual kind of shaman and saying you can't be behaving like that, you're going to fuck your entire life up. You're going to destroy yourself from the inside out. You may even lose huge components of your soul, and you're going to have to rebuild your life from ground zero. Mama T, who's had to build her own life back from ground zero through no fault of her own, but she loved too much and she was in abusive relationships that had to be, I had to cut and run from, you know. So when I see that dynamic, I'm like, behave, lost boys, behave. And I'll be behaving too, you know. I will. I am behaving. Going to dance my dance till the day I die. And the ones who love me can just love me wholesomely and protectively and sweetly, like they have always done. They have always loved me that way, you know. A bit of a hug and a kiss on the cheek, it's as far as the affection can go because they're not available. And I will protect them and they will protect me, as we have always done, because love is the law, love under will. But I'm not interested in being lured into something sordid and unsavoury and sadistic or cruel. I'm not. It's a grief I can't always come back from. It alters me. It alters me in ways that are not good for my soul. You know. What did that song say a few days ago? Uh-oh, what are you waiting for? I'm waiting for my one, the man who loves me in every aspect of my being, even with my crazy ways. Can be a bit crazy at times. Who will uphold me and treat me with honour and respect and deep, deep love and affection and passion and romance. We can have a wonderful sex life too, together, equal as equals, king to my queen, but he must be free and available to be my man. Otherwise, You're just signing up for a whole level of hellscape that you may never come back from, and harm other innocent people who, you know, don't deserve that either. Unless, of course, you know, they don't love each other anymore, which has got nothing to do with me. That's something they have to sort out. Not my monkey, not my circus. But people come to me because they see me as strong and courageous and defiant and rebellious and powerful, and they get kind of addicted to that, and they want me to save them. And I'm not God. I can't save you from yourself. I can't fucking save myself from myself most of the times, even after 25 years of therapy. But my love remains, no matter what, no matter who, no matter when or where. Unless you turn really abusive and savage to me, which is, I've got a long history of that happening in the past, I will love you to the day you die or I die, whichever comes first, and you can fucking bank on that. Not a monetary banking system, because I don't have any money, because I'm fucked. But you can bank on the fact that my powerful love will remain with you forever, babies. And if you don't trust in that, I can't help you with that. Simples. Who am I talking to? You'll never know. But the person I'm saying this to knows what I'm talking about, and they will understand where I'm coming from. I don't give my love out easily or cheaply. It's a sacred fucking trust and a sacred tryst. Just going to get wet this because poopykins are happening, and it's cloth needs wetting. Right, where was I? We were up to, we'll carry on. Oh, I'm feeling such mana today, such mana, such power. It's moved up from down below my sacral chakra. It's moved up to here now, my solar plexus. It's like, something enormous is about to happen in my life. Enormous, but powerful, but good. I can sense it. Something or someone powerful, good and loving is about to, I don't know what they're going to do, but it's about to manifest, people. I'm not preempting, I'm just saying it's powerful. Anyway, it's so powerful that I'm surging with it. I need to lie down and rest, but I can't. I've got to finish my video. Oh, but Mama too will rest, because if she rests, she can do the wild dance tonight. I want to continue, even though my beautiful, gorgeous friend Juddy is sick at the moment and is off work, as in not able to perform with his band Ramjet. You know, I want to continue my commitment to dance for his band Ramjet. When he said to me on the 5th of July, you're part of the band now, you know, it was such a gift from his soul to mine. And I want to honour that gift by continuing to dance for his band, even though he's unwell and absent at the moment. I don't let my friends down, and I don't betray them, and I don't welch out on them when the going gets tough. The tough fucking get going, babies. So, as I support my beautiful, handsome, talented friends Alter Egos each Friday night. Last weekend it was Saturday, because there was a change in their scheduling for whatever reasons. But usually it's a Friday. On the alternate weeks, I support my beautiful, handsome, talented friends, Ramjet. And it's a gift that goes both ways, in a symbiosis. Dear God, I speak English, Tanya. In a symbiosis, because they're performing, they're paid performers, because they're the musicians, they're paid, they're in a contract, that's their job, that's what they have to do every weekend, until they get sick. There's no escape card, they're in it, they're contracted, they're hooked in, And I, because I'm an anomaly, as a shaman and a Jew and a witch and a free spirit, a survivor of cumulative complex trauma, does what the fuck I want, whatever. So if I didn't feel well, I could choose not to dance, am I right? Because I give out a lot of powerful energy. However, I willingly and voluntarily participate in dancing each weekend, because it's good for me, my spirit, my body, my soul, my mind. Actually opens me up creatively as well, being immersed in the live music. And yes, sometimes it can be hard work, hard unpaid work, and stressful when I'm surrounded by fucking malevolent idiots that are trying to grope me or flick their fucking hair on me or be weird, as happened in the past. But I've been loved and protected in the Brooklyn Standard, so the wild dance will continue, even though I maintain my hypervigilance, which is also, a huge part of my complex PTSD that I just come with. That's me. That's who I am. I've been that way since early childhood. So that's my spirit, my body, and my mind. And if you love me, you love me. And if you don't love me, you don't love me. But you don't have to be cruel or weird or sadistic. You just nod politely and be civil, and we carry on with our unique, magical, powerful, beautiful, blossoming ways. And in time I will eventually meet someone who loves me back, and that's okay too. It's all okay. Don't try to pigeonhole me or pin my ear to the ground, because I'll fucking arc up. Because that's what I do when people try to control me or pin me down. And I know that there are many people in the club that enjoy my crazy performance art, dance and support, and, would like it to continue. So continue it will. We have fun. We have fun together, all of us, enjoying our lives, our unique contributions to the scene, the vibe, the club, and we enjoy each other platonically and sweetly and agape lovingly, So there is that, and I'm happy. I'm happy about that. I am very happy about that. I'm very happy how I've been loved in the last 12 months with such sweetness and kindness. That stays with me for the rest of my life, people of Earth, because there hasn't been a lot of that. There hasn't been a lot of that in my life. So I will hold on to it as the most precious gift you could ever have given me. So, and I love you all. And I love my YouTube audience who watches me. And what is this woman actually trying to say here? If you don't get it, I can't help you. But I love you all. I love my fellow humans. I've had a lot of cuntish, fucking dangerous, evil, perverted, sadistic, cruel, BDSM, sick, psychopathic, murderous, raping assholes in my life years ago too. I had a lot of that. A lot. Too much. But at this point in my existence on planet Earth at 59 years and 4 months, I'm surrounded and soaked in so much love that it's astonishing. I can hardly draw breath. It's just so unusual and such an anomaly. Am I right, Charlie girl? She says, you're right, Mama T. So we carry on with my readings. We were into 30th of August 2020. We were halfway through. We had got to we'd got to the part where I had talked about please Hashem or the Dibuk. Where's your schmutter, Charlie? You've pooed again. Please Hashem or the Dibuk, I said, stop killing my cats and other pets. And then I said that didn't happen. Carried on till last year. Dear Goddess. Very well aware of what darkness harangues and oppresses me, by the way, since birth. So yes, I scare the fuck out of people because I've had to be pretty much my own exorcist at times too. It's not fucking funny what I've had to ride through in this life. But that dark one that dogs me is counterbalanced by the light one that pulls me through dark hellscapes and lifts me up at often the 11th hour when I prepare to die and give up. Or maybe it's the dark one that lifts me up, shakes me off, puts me back on my feet because they enjoy watching me begin again and fall into another heap down the track. One can't be certain because, you know, the gods and the angels have different time frames since they're eternal. They can play the long game for thousands of years if they wanted to. I'm very conscious of that too. What part of their long game I'm playing or manifesting or traversing or dancing through or living through or breathing through or dreaming through, I don't know. But I tell you what, I was promised that my true love is coming to me in my 60th year. And I was promised that my life would be beautiful at long last. And maybe it's a fantasy and a lie that they fed me just to keep me pinned down to planet Earth for a bit longer. Or maybe it's the absolute God-given truth and I'm starting to see it manifest, my darlings. It's going to be a very interesting couple of years, the next few years, because apparently I'm healthy now. What can a healthy Tanya, Mama T, Miss Five, psychedelic dreamer achieve out of life? It's in the lap of the gods, as always, and my own intrepid, determined, stubborn will, my stoicism and my defiance, and my deep, deep, deep love that if you could bottle it, well, let's not get too egomaniacal about that. But I've become conscious of how deep my love runs, you know, very conscious, especially with all the testing and the little games that have been played in recent months. Well, not so much months, the last 2 months. Young women trying to fight me in the club and unravelings on all kind of vectors. You can unravel, babies. Mama T's gonna keep holding the line while you unravel all around me like a fucking maypole dancing. Morris dances at a maypole. But someone greater than you, me and us will pull you back into line, just saying. You're dealing with a catalyst here, a catalyzer. If I see the unravelling getting too far out of line, you'll be pulled into line. Just saying. But I'm not into power and control and domination and weird fucking kinky shit. I told you before in my videos, I find that kind of depraved and evil. Even though my friend Peter was teasing me, but can I be your son? Can I be your boy? Funny bugger. I said, you'll always and forever be my boy, Peter. Always, till the day you die. Because I love you. Even though it's a spiritual mothering because I'm Mama T. I'm not your fucking mother. I'm too young to be your mother. But the spiritual, nurturing, protective Mama T, the shamanic attributes, that's a mother. That's a mother no one dares fuck with, by the way. My own children had to run and hide from it because they can't handle it, but other people are more than happy to be nurtured and protected by Mama T. More than happy. There's not many people who've met a mother like that. So powerful and so all-loving and so all-embracing that she doesn't give up on you. Ever. No matter what. But don't push it too far. Because if you push it too far, Mama T walks away and you lose that connection to her. Anyway, sometimes people don't give a fuck about losing that connection to me and my Mama T persona, and that's okay. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, no great loss, am I right? Nod politely, shake hands, kiss each other on the cheek, walk on. But I'm looking for my tribe, my family, people who will be with me for the rest of my life, holding me in deep honour and respect and kindness. My people, you don't have to belong to a particular religion or cult or subculture or sect or some sex fucked up, debauched, fucking evil depravity. You just need to be loving, decent, kind, honouring person. You get to be in my tribe. What does my psychiatrist call me? Bodicea. Yes, I'm very much a modern reincarnation of Bodicea. I'll fight the Romans to the bitter death for the raping and threats of mutilation of our species. Who are the modern day Romans? Well, we all know, don't we, babies? Evil they were and still are. But when they come up against me, they're coming up against me with my ancient primordial gods. Even I'm fucking terrified. They're the only entities that I will submit to. Me and my short, fat, mortal body, squidging out at all sides, trying to stay alive against all the odds. It's ridiculous when you think about it, but we're all in the same situation across the globe. Everyone. Keeping ourselves alive, trying not to die, trying not to cede, not to quit, not to yield to draconian evil perpetrated by our governments. Just saying. Stand in your own dignity and hold your own line and keep everyone who loves you truly and deeply and affectionately precious, because when one falls, we all start to fucking fall, babies, like lemmings off a cliff. Don't be a lemming. But here I was parlaying with the gods back in 2020. Stop killing my cats and other pets. I realise all our days are limited and there are destinies even for my fur and feathered children, but no more sacrifices or tribute. And then 1st of August 2023 they took Beauregard. For which I may never ever fucking forgive, by the way. My mind is close to snapping, and you know how that goes. No respite. I had no respite from 2020. I lost Socks and Sophie, and then Beauregard. I'd also lost Penny. I'd lost Bella in 2013. 11 years of constant pet deaths. Do you think it's the radiation? Well, we mustn't think about that. Mustn't look right, left, mustn't look right, mustn't think about it. But we all know, don't we? I was even told not to have any more x-rays because there's too much radiation saturating us at any given time. For the love of all the gods. Blessed be the Holy One who sustained me, breathed life back into me, and rescued me from vicious idiots and other calamities a multitude of times in my 55 and 4 months on this planet. Try 59 years and 4 months. I humbly command you to work with me, not against me. I'm talking to God here, but that applies to other human mortals as well. Work together. Don't separate. Don't dissect. Don't divide and conquer. Allow each individual to bring forward their talents and their courage and their innate abilities, and to contribute even my ridiculous small way with my wild dance, am I right? Let us blossom and bloom and be loved and accepted as we are, because we're a mosaic of many different skill sets and abilities, of very different varying levels of spiritual development, of soul growth. We are spirits having a physical experience, not the other way round, by the way. Two souls who fall in love with each other that can't be together because of situations. It's a deep seeping wound that I've had to navigate through many times before. It's not the first time or the last time this has happened to me, by the way. It's why I'm actually a lot more sanguine this time. It's just another hell loop that I'll have to move through, past and over, and as I said, keep loving, keep loving. Love, 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 love. The right one will see it and recognise my power and my deep love and my strength and my goodness, my innate goodness. Can be a bitch sometimes when people trigger me. I'm not perfect, but at my core, even though I'm a witch and a heathen and a shaman, I'm still also a Jew, and at my core, a good person who wants the best for everyone around me. Why do I want the best for everyone around me? Because I want the best for myself too. And if I can't gift it to myself, I'm quite happy to rejoice in other people having their very best, as long as it doesn't impede on me or damage me. But I rejoice in people living their best lives and having the very best that life has to offer. And it may not always be material things, but that too is a gift when it comes bestowed upon us from the gods, an energy gifted by the gods, powerfully and magnificently and majestically. We all have our contracts, our soul contracts with the gods. Here I write, I humbly command you, capital Y-O-U, God, to work with me, not against me. I never know what it is you want from me except my acceptance and love. But every time I stand back up again after every awful calamity, you barely let me draw breath and find equilibrium before smashing me down with yet another thing. Genug. Genug is Yiddish and German for enough. Them's fighting words, isn't it? Who am I to rail against the Holy One? Nobody and no thing. Just a woman walking my walk on planet Earth. Why has that jumped completely out of whack to the end of the whole thing? By the gods. Now we've got to navigate back and find where we were at. Right, here we are. Genug. I worship not the demiurge, but the light. I'm shaking because something powerful is standing right behind me, hovering over me, and it's intense, and I'm not being disrespectful to God. I'm just telling you how it is. You can back off a little bit, all right? Calm your farm. Intensity right now. I worship not the demiurge, but the light. I have been embroiled in so much darkness in recent months. Same again this year. Parking fines that were bogus, by the way. Optus struggles, and on it goes and on it goes. Hammered by the gods, other people's heavy traumas, and my own struggles. I say again, genug. I am your blessed little hobbit berserker warrior goddess, and willingly transmit your messages and dance in your manifestations of bliss. But I need peace for my current blossoming into my late stage trauma patient middle age transitioning process to nowhere in my own becoming. On the road to nowhere. But I need only stand still in my own core and let the evil and the mishigas, the insanity, flow effluviantly around me until it washes away. Toda rabah, and so it is. Amen v'salah. 4 years ago, 2020, at the height of the beginning of the insanity, I wrote that. What she said then still stands, babies. Happy boy lying on my left thigh tonight. He and Socks just had a home-cooked dinner. Chicken mince, celery, carrots, rice and eggs. They loved it and quickly devoured their meal. My happy boy, my beautiful boy, my gorgeous